railroad car is a symbol of the Holocaust. This is why 2 railroad cars were placed in center. From the railroad cars sound the names and ages of the 107,000 deported men, women and children. Their names are read out per transport list. On the screen, near one of the cars, the dates and destination of the transports are listed. The cars are not authentic. The wooden structure is a reconstruction. The frame dates from the 1920s. The cabin at the back is the breaker's cabin. Transports out of Camp Westerbork consisted for about 60% out of passenger cars and approximately 40% out of boxcars. The statue of Camp Westerbork is the National Monument of Westerbork, 1970, designed by former prisoner Ralph Prince, 1926. The sleepers illustrate the number of decoration trains from the Netherlands. The bent rails signify 2 arms raised in despair. The gravel around the sleepers symbolizes the prisoners in the camp. The stones in the outer ring, they are the bystanders, those who were eyewitnesses of the persecution. Behind the monument, you can find the original buffer. The parts of the National Monument Westerbork are not authentic. It looks like a wide ditch now, but during the war, the camp moat was the border of the camp. There were 7 watchtowers of this kind around the camp. The watchtower is a reconstruction. There were approximately 700 escape attempts, over which over 300 were successful. Refugee camp Westerbork was guarded by the Dutch military police. In the transit camp, the military police was employed to guard the camp until the summer of 1944. The barracks 56 and 57 were used as a living barrack, work barrack and storage area from 1942. After the war, they were part of the Moluccan residential settlement. In 1965, Barrack 56 was sold to serve as a barn in Zelhem. In 2010, the owner donated the barrack parts to Remembrance Centre in Camp Westerbork. The commander's residence was built in 1939 for the director of the refugee camp Westerbork. This residence was brought into use by Camp Commander Albert Kameko. The room with the balcony was his bedroom. After the liberation, the house was a service accommodation of the commander of internment Camp Westerbork. After that, it was used for private residence until 2007. This is why it was saved with the demolition of the camp. It is largely in its original state. The glass covering serves as protection and is used for presentations. This building has served many functions until the end of 1942 as a hospital. After the war, mostly as post office and police station. The Kommandantur functioned as the German camp leader's office from 1942 to 1945. The headquarters of the orderlies, young prisoners who had to pass along messages between services of the camp, were situated here too, as well as a division of the Municipality of Westerbork. The building contained a spare room for guests and was used as an office and interrogation room as well. The 102,000 Stones is an initiative by surviving Louis de Weiser. The difference in height of the stones refers to the quote by Abel Herzberg. There were not 6 million Jews who were murdered. One Jew was murdered 6 million times. Every human has the right to be remembered individually. The different symbols on the stones referred to the groups of prisoners, Jews, Sinti, and Roma, and resistance members. The stones are laid in the shape of a map of the Netherlands. The 102,000 stones are in the location of the former Appelplaats of the camp. Beside the main road, there were the tracks which carried the deportation trains out of the camp. The memorial sign, the signs in Westerbork, commemorates these transports, and the camps where 102,000 Jews and Sinti